Welcome back to the heart of the conversation, anything you want. If you are looking for the kind of celebrity news that barely scratches the surface, you have come to the wrong place. But if you are here to witness the moments where the script ends and real life begins, where the chemistry we see on screen bleeds into the reality we live in, then you are exactly where you need to be. Today, we are not just talking about a rumor. We are dissecting a thunderclap that has echoed across social media, shattering timelines and validating the hopes of millions. We are talking about the moment Gökberk Yıldırım finally, irrevocably, let the world in. Before we unravel this tapestry of romance and revelation involving the stars of Windy Hill, Rüzgarlı Tepe, I need to remind you of the power you hold. To ensure you never miss these deep dives into the lives of the Turkish stars you adore, verify that you are subscribed to anything you want. And for those of you who wish to be the true architects of this community, helping us stay independent and detailed, I invite you to click the join button below. Your support is the fuel that keeps this engine running. Now, take a deep breath, because the silence has been broken, and nothing will ever be the same for Gökberk and Cemre. There are moments in the entertainment industry that arrive with the subtlety of a whisper, and then there are moments that land like a lightning strike on a cloudless day. The recent events surrounding Gökberk Yıldırım belong firmly to the latter category. For months, the boundary between the fiction of the daily series and the reality of its leading actors has been porous, a blurred line that fans have tried desperately to read. But today, we are no longer reading between the lines. We are reading the headlines. Gökberk, the man who brings the brooding, complex character of Halil to life with such layered intensity, has reportedly stepped forward with a clarity that has stunned the industry. This was not a coy tease designed to boost ratings, nor was it a cryptic puzzle left for the tabloids to solve. It was, by all accounts, a clear-hearted admission of affection involving his co-star, the magnetic Cemre Arda. The atmosphere surrounding this declaration feels less like a scandal and more like a collective exhale. For a long time, Gökberk has maintained a gentlemanly distance, keeping the heavy doors of his private life politely but firmly closed. He showed up, he delivered performances that ache with longing, and he let the work speak for itself. But the air around him and Cemre has always hummed with a different frequency. From the very first episodes of Windy Hill, viewers sensed that the dance between Halil and Zeynep was being fueled by a fire that wasn't entirely scripted. Now, that spark has officially set the sky alight, transforming what was once a fervent fan theory into the confirmed reality of the year. To understand the magnitude of this confession, we must look back at the foundation upon which it was built. The connection between Gökberk Yıldırım and Cemre Arda on the set of Windy Hill has been the subject of analysis since the pilot aired. They embody Halil and Zeynep not just as characters in a script, but as two halves of a whole, carrying silence-like dialogue and trading glances that seem to carry the weight of a history that hasn't been written yet. Industry insiders often speak of chemistry as a tangible commodity, something that can be manufactured with lighting and music. However, what Gökberk and Cemre possess is the kind of raw, kinetic energy that cannot be faked. From the initial table reads, whispers began to circulate that the electricity in the room was palpable. As the episodes aired and the edits began to flood social media, it became impossible to ignore the rhythm of their interactions. It was in the micro-expressions, the way a hand lingered a second too long, the way eyes softened before the director called cut. The Zeyhal fandom, as they are affectionately known, didn't just watch a show, they witnessed a blooming. Whether this recent confirmation came from a backstage slip, a red carpet interview, or a candid moment caught on camera, the essence remains unchanged. Gökberk spoke with the calm sincerity of a man who is done hiding. The phrase "I am in love," or words to that effect, has validated the intuition of an entire audience. This is a massive turning point, and I want to hear from the true experts, you, the fans. Did you see this coming from the very first episode, or were you surprised by Gökberk's openness? And beyond Windy Hill, which other on-screen couples do you suspect are hiding a real-life romance? Let us know in the comments below, we read everything. And don't forget, if you're enjoying this deep analysis, Hitting the like button helps the YouTube algorithm recommend this video to other fans just like you. For those who want to go the extra mile, the join button awaits. What does this admission change? In a word, everything. The primary shift is one of validation. For the legions of fans who have championed this pairing, this is not just news, it is a vindication of their emotional investment. It transforms the viewing experience from passive entertainment to a personal connection. When fans revisit old episodes now, they will do so with new eyes, searching for the breadcrumbs of reality scattered among the fiction. Every scene where Halil looks at Zeynep with that specific intensity will now be read as a documentary of falling in love. But beyond the audience, this confession offers a profound liberation for the actors themselves. Secrecy, while sometimes necessary, exacts a heavy toll. The constant need to dodge questions, to measure every smile, to police one's own body language in public, it wears down even the most resilient spirits. Now that the truth has been given a voice, Gökberk and Cemre can navigate their world with fewer masks. This new ease is likely to translate into their work as well. We may be on the verge of witnessing an even more intimate portrayal of Halil and Zeynep, as the performers no longer need to pretend that the world is blind to their connection. When artists feel safe enough to be seen, they shine brighter, and Windy Hill is about to reap the benefits of that glow. The entertainment industry, a beast that thrives on momentum, took exactly 5 minutes to react to this shift. When the co-leads of a daily hit series confirm the emotion that the market has already priced in, the machinery of fame kicks into high gear. We can expect a barrage of magazine covers, stylized photo shoots, and brand endorsement offers that seek to capitalize on their combined allure. Gökberk and Cemre were already stars individually; together, they are a phenomenon, a power couple brand that transcends the boundaries of a single show. Casting directors and producers are undoubtedly taking notes. In the world of Turkish drama, where international sales are driven by the charisma of the leads, a real-life romance is the ultimate currency. This confession has likely opened doors to projects that were previously out of reach: films, international campaigns, and glittering invitations to events across Europe and the Middle East. However, amidst this whirlwind, the most touching chapter belongs to Cemre Arda. Sources close to the set suggest that her reaction was one of quiet joy, a smile that confirmed the truth long before any headline could. Her recent public appearances have carried a softness, a sense of peace that comes from finally letting a secret breathe. It is the romantic climax of a story that has been writing itself in the shadows. However, we must be honest about the double-edged sword of public attention. Attention this bright can scorch if not managed with care. Now that their love is public property, the pressure will mount. There will be cameras where there were once empty streets, and questions that demand answers they may not be ready to give. The Zeyhal and Göksum tags have gone global, with fan art, edits, and theories multiplying by the second. The positivity is overwhelming, drowning out the usual cynicism of social media, but the intensity is real. The path forward requires boundaries. If Gökberk and Cemre can maintain their center, sharing just enough to satisfy the adoration while keeping a sacred, quiet corner for themselves, they will not only survive this wave but surf it to new heights. The smartest move for their careers now is to choose projects that respect the audience who believed in them from the start. They don't owe the skeptics an explanation, nor do they need to perform their relationship for consumption. The work will continue to speak, and as the days pass, those who claimed this was a PR stunt will find themselves running out of arguments. What remains is the simple, brave fact that two people met in the chaos of a set and found a truth worth speaking out loud. And so, we find ourselves at the beginning of a new chapter for Gökberk Yıldırım and Cemre Arda. It is a story that reminds us why we watch these shows in the first place. Not just for the drama, but for the hope that sometimes, the love we see on screen is real enough to survive the cut. We will be watching closely as Windy Hill continues, looking for those sparks that now burn with the fuel of reality. Thank you for being part of this conversation on Anything You Want. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment, tell us, What is your favorite Gökberk and Cemre moment so far? Don't forget to like and subscribe so you are always in the loop. And to our Join members, thank you for making this channel what it is. Your support allows us to tell these stories with the respect and detail they deserve. Until next time, keep your eyes on the stars, but remember the hearts beating within them. Goodbye.